Hi, and welcome to the Fine Arts Tutorials. My name is Jerome Walker, and we're going to keep talking about music theory. Now we're going to talk about scales. So a scale consists of 8 notes and is named after the note that it starts on. The simplest scale is the C major scale. It's probably the simplest because on a piano, it consists of entirely white keys. So if you start on middle C, and then go to the next C up, and play every white note between those two notes, you will have the C major scale. It sounds like this. The major scale is a scale that we're fairly familiar with in Western music. You start on C and go to the next C. And because the notes are named after the letters of the alphabet in alphabetical order, it's very simple to follow. You have C, D, E, F, G, back to A, B, and then C. The way that the major scale works is by the intervals between the notes. So a major scale pattern starts with a whole step, then a half step, then 3 more whole steps, and then another half step. A whole step is 2 half steps, and on a piano, 2 notes that are directly next to each other are a half step apart. Notes that are a whole step apart have 1 note between them, whether that is a white key or a black key. Scales can start on any note, and you can find more scales using the circle of fifths. If you go a fifth up from C, which is the 5th note in the C scale, you'll find G, which has 1 more sharp and follows the same major pattern of whole step, half step, whole step, half step. You can keep going around the circle of fifths, going up a fifth every time, and adding a sharp every time. If you go around the other side, you have to go a fifth down, which is actually the 4th scale degree, and in C that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's F. And that's adding 1 flat. And once again, in the major scales, the flat that you add is determined by the whole step, half step, whole step, half step pattern. As I said, C major is probably the simplest scale because it is played entirely on the white keys, and it has no sharps or flats. However, lots of other keys do. Using the circle of fifths, you can find all the keys with varying degrees of sharps and flats. If you go up 1/5, which means going up 5 scale degrees in the C major scale, so C, D, E, F, G, you'll find the next key adding 1 sharp. And you can keep doing this going around, adding 1 sharp as you go up a fifth. And that's how you find different keys with different numbers of sharps. In the same way, you can go down a fifth, C, B, A, G, F, adding a flat. So F major will have 1 flat, B flat will have 2 flats, and you can keep doing that going around that side of the circle of fifths. This gives us all the keys that we know, starting on all of the notes, including sharps and flats, so that we have a wide range of keys that we can use. Knowing about the circle of fifths, keys, and scales lets you know what notes you should be playing depending on what scale you're in and what key you're in. Thanks, and I hope that helps.